All right, I'm here with Abandon All Ships today. They are stopping through Spokane for the first time. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us here at the Satellite. We were just talking about how on the road you guys you try to do some working out whenever you can.
Yep.
What do you guys do? Because you mentioned that not everyone wants to like go to a gym necessarily.
Well, basically, we have a bench in the trailer.
Yeah.
So what we do is it's usually me, Seb, and Martin, sometimes Dan. We'll take the bench out and just go through regular routine workouts. We have a personal trainer at home, so we just he kind of gives us tips on what to do on the road.
Do you notice, like, say, one coast versus the other, or certain parts of the country, either up in Canada or in the States, or like, are you noticing maybe one side versus the other?
Here's the thing: we have a very, very different setup in Canada. We're on a major record label. We have our own reality show down there because we know a major label discovered us and they really liked us, and we went head first with it, and we have a great time, draw a lot of kids. You know, we've been doing it for so long down there that we transferred over to the States, and you know, it's quite different down here. But now, after touring so much, after our record came out, after we got signed, the East Coast and the West Coast are like very friendly to us, but it's the center of the States. Everyone says it's a hard market to please.
How does this tour compare to some of the others? Like you mentioned, you've got a lot of good friends on this one. I imagine that hasn't always been the case, though. I mean,
well, you know, see, being on tour with we've toured with like half these bands on this tour like a couple times, and being on tour with anybody, you know, for 30 days, you're kind of stuck with them. You know, and even if like a lot of people when they first meet me, especially, they have this like bad first impression of me because they're like, this guy's a jerk. You know, I'm confident this would have been the same case scenario on every tour we've been on. Like, people were mouthing us off on stage, we mouthed off back, and we were gonna go like start a fight.
oh yeah.
It wasn't our choice. Like, these kids wanted to like rough it out, so we're like, okay, you know,
You got to stand up.
yeah, we're not gonna we're not gonna run away. So we walked over there, and the whole tour package followed us. And this happened many times in Canada. We've got into our fights, and you know, everyone sticks up for each other. It's like a very close family, which is really cool.
I guess tell me a little more about like the fight. So like these guys just didn't show up. They didn't follow through.
All right. Well, here's the thing. At least once a night, someone calls me Pauly D. It's
okay.
from Jersey Shore. You know, I don't see it, but I guess people see it.
Does that drive you nuts or what?
It doesn't really drive me nuts. I'm kind of flattered. He's a good-looking guy, you know, famous, good-looking guy. So, you know, cool. Compare me to him. I don't care. But like, you know, these kids basically said Pauly D, like, you like something. I don't know. And you know, I stand up for myself. Tell him to go himself, like whatever. You know, and some names were exchanged, and you know, and then I'm like, you know, if you want to fight us, like, meet us by our bus, and they didn't show up. We tour Canada, and people always want to fight us. It's like we're the band.
Really?
We're the band to fight.
Why is that?
I don't know. I guess because people are like, here's the thing. When we did this reality show, I guess we transitioned from like an underground band that everyone loved to like a band that was like just like whatever, a sellout band. Like, even though we didn't change our music style at all.
Tell me a little bit more about the reality series that you guys got going up there.
Well, it's a show called Disband and Discovered. It's like a show where like newer bands usually go on and play in front of like a panel of like major label executives, and like they see if they like you, and if they like you, they don't. They either tell you to like break up or stay together. So like, you know, they told us to stay together. They offered us another reality show, like another segment, like another hour, and so we did that other hour. We signed to a major label off that.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming down and hanging out with us and talking. I had a good time talking with you. Good to
You too, my friend.
a little bit. And we'll be checking out your set. So good luck tonight, man.
Thank you, my friend.